Alrighty, good evening. And I should have turned my phone down. But I didn't. Welcome to the Rabbit Hole Show. So this is a little different, obviously, than what we've been doing before. Um, there are no breaks. There are no check-ins. All that stuff that we used to do. Um, but we do have the chat, which Dave is going to be monitoring. If you have any questions or comments. So, what do you want to talk about? Breaks. There are no check-ins.
I in my quality
We have an echo.
search. Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
find.
And there was supposed to be an intro, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with that tonight, so there was no intro. My apologies. Um, I wanted to do the normal intro, but I wanted to make some changes to it, and I did, but I can't get it
That's all right.
on here.
We're just getting all fired up in some of this stuff, and
Yeah.
we've got some really cool
We have
stuff
some-
coming up in the
We
future.
have a lot to learn.
But we got a lot of cool features coming up in the future.
Yes.
That we're going to not explain all that right now, but it will be soon. Very cool things to come. So for now,
Can't give them a hint.
the chat will not be the only way you'll be able to talk to us.
I'm excited about that one.
So
I'm excited about that one. And
we're looking forward to some special guests and some other things. We got to get some of the tech stuff going in the background, and
I'm not tech savvy. I will just let you know that right now. I mean, I'm just not, and I get frustrated really easily with it. You know, I really wanted my intro on there because that was my favorite, but oh well.
guess we both need to turn our phones down.
Okay.
All right, there's the phones.
Okay.
We was not prepared.
No, we
for
weren't.
the phone traffic. So anyway,
So, well, first of all, before we get started on whatever we want to talk about, you know, I just have one comment that I want to say. Some people may like it, some people may not, but you know, everybody has their own opinion. New York City, you screwed up. You screwed up.
well, we'll see in the future what all that has, how that's all going to play out. But so on the rabbit hole, we're going to be discussing
All things prepping.
all things prepping. So if you got
Some of
something,
it may not, you may not think would relate to prepping, but if you're within the prepping mindset like we are, you know, everything kind of relates to prepping with us. So.
everything does.
Yeah, so we're able to, right now we're able to talk about more things than we were before. So, you know, that's a little bit more freedom that we have. So, what do you want to talk about, Dave?
Sorry, I'm answering some YouTube stuff.
Oh, do we have comments already?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let me refresh my page.
So
here.
it's we've got a few guys on here with us, and just acknowledging that we're here, we're watching. Since we used to do this over the radio, and now we're doing live stream only. So there's some aspects of this that's going to be a little bit different for us, as much as it is for a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
So but we encourage y'all to make sure you're following our Facebook page. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll get updates on everything that's going on. And that way it also helps us know, how many people we have, the whole algorithm, all of that. So, but also too, like in the chat, if you've got something you want us to talk about,
put it in the chat.
Put it
right now, that's the only way.
Yeah, that's the only way we have for now.
Unless you have our phone numbers, you can text it to us. But that's.
and for me personally, the Facebook Instant Messenger does not work very well for me at all.
Yeah.
I don't get those notifications, so it may sit there for days, and I may not ever answer. You know, or you know, like I said, a week later. Anyway, so but you can tag us in Facebook if you want to, and then we will get to that eventually.
Yeah, we've got a lot of learning to do about all of this, and like I said, we are making some big changes to the rabbit hole. So yeah, just bear with us, and we'll get there.
So, like we said, if you're watching, you know, if you got something you'd like for us to discuss or review, type it in the chat. We'll go from there. Other than that, it's really going to be us discussing what we're about.
Hmm.
Uh, we've been doing this since 2022, and
Well, we've been doing we were on the radio, you know,
the Rabbit Hole
the
Show.
rabbit hole.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
since 2022, we've been prepping for 15 years.
yes. And, you know, we do a little bit of, for some of the ones that may not follow us, we do dehydrating,
Dehydrating,
canning.
freeze drying.
We do all of that, and we've learned what not to do. We've learned efficient ways to do it, and where to buy things. You know, that's the key thing, is trying to get that information out. That, hey, this is where we buy our Mylars at. You know, because we've recently
Isn't that
bought some that
Mylar
were
Direct?
uh,
MylarDirect.com.
my discount Mylar.
My discount Mylar. I knew I was going to get it
Yes.
wrong.
Um,
That's why you're here.
you know, we bought some that were very thin and was not good at all. Matter of fact,
Well,
they melted in half through the sealer.
Yeah, and the thin ones, let's say you dehydrate diced potatoes. Those things turn out really sharp. So the really thin Mylar does not work well with things like that. So, because it'll poke a hole right through it. So you have to get what is it, a 7 mil?
Yes.
Okay. What you doing?
So
What are you doing?
answering questions and looking at some stuff like that.
Okay.
Actually, I just got a message that our audio is low, so
Is
we
it?
may just want to make sure we're speaking up.
I'm sorry.
But thank you for that. But yeah,
I don't know how to turn the volume up.
we do that naturally. We'll just talk louder.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
if we start poking and prodding around on things right now, it may not work out too well. You know. But,
Yeah, I know. I'll mess it up.
What we're really looking forward to is sharing the knowledge with everyone, venturing off into new things, and you know, just getting to know everybody. You know, having y'all talk back to us, and doing some interviews and some chats with people. We're going to look at having the ability to have shared screens, so we can have a guest on the YouTube with us.
That's one of the things that we're gonna work on. Right now, we're kind of bare minimum right here. So
Yeah, so.
that's
but,
why I say just stick with us, hang in there, and we will get it. We'll get it done.
Yeah. So, overall, what we're going to be discussing is, you know, our future events. So, what we want to get into, like we said, the ability to take in calls,
Mm-hmm.
where we can have a guest caller call in. We can have, you know, a split screen with someone on here where we can start talking to, not so much as sponsors, but
that would be nice.
But we could get guests on, the same as we did with Preparedness Depot
Mm-hmm.
and Expedition Georgia, where they were talking about the storm relief efforts and things like that, you know, where we can have them on here with us. You know, so that's going to be the future of the rabbit hole, is a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, and being able to talk about different things and not being restricted. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
it is, and like I said, we're gonna be on our own, and pretty much just having fun. So, what would you like to talk about tonight?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Well, we've got.
Well, I know you have a few things that you have there.
I do, and it's.
I just wanted to tell New York City they screwed up.
Well, yes, they did. So, as in our future, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having some gear reviews, and as a lot of you know, that I'm a gear nut. I have a tendency to always carry a flashlight with me at all times.
That particular flashlight, when we were at the hospital with your mom,
Oh,
one of the security guys, he had it in his pocket. I mean, the guy thought it was a knife.
yeah.
You know,
We looked up at the room, and there's 3 security guards standing there, and we need to talk to you. And
I'm
like,
sitting by her and I'm looking out the door like, can I help you?
yeah, and it's because of the belt clip, the pocket clip,
Yeah.
But I automatically knew exactly what it was. I walked out there and I said, "It's a light, guys. Calm down."
Yeah.
So, but if you are going to courthouses or things like that, that's something you have to be aware of. This is an Olight Arkfeld, Arkfeld, and I don't know, maybe my
I can see it.
camera skills. I'll hold it there for a moment if someone.
It's not bad. I can see it.
Cool. So this one right here has 3 modes of light. It also has a green laser. The green laser is not very powerful, but it works fairly well. I do construction work, so I use this a lot to point out deficiencies in walls and things like that, or yes, you need to tighten that bolt right there,
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah. Well, I
But
saw you the other day when you were putting up the desks in the spare room. I noticed that you took the light and laid it flat against the wall, and you were that's the way you can look for studs.
yes, so yeah, I use the light a lot at work to lay flat against the wall and find the deficiency in the wall, but it's also a good way you can look and find where some of the screws are. Some of the darker colors and paint you can't really see looking directly at it.
Because I saw the I would not indention, but what do you call it?
The nail protruding out,
Yes,
the screw protruding
yeah,
out.
I saw that.
Yeah. So this right here is one of my favorite flashlights, and I love this because it actually has a, let me get the charger out so y'all understand. This charger is a USB-A, and it has a magnetic piece on the back. It's made by Olight, and this just connects that way. So,
And that's how it charges?
and that's how it charges. That's also the magnet that works for, you can put it on the car, a filing cabinet, electrical panel, whatever. But that's one of my favorite lights, and also too, if you hold down the button, I got an on-off button right there in the center. If you hold it down, it goes to what's called moonlight. It is extremely low power light, which is really good for walking around in the bedroom at night, so you don't wake the wife up. So, but stuff like that is what we're wanting to do. The gear reviews. I mean, I've got a pocket knife here that is absolutely one of my favorites right now, and it is made by Essie. I know it's not an Essie. There's a sub company making it.
That's not an SE?
But it is an SB name brand, but they have someone else make it.
Oh,
And for that one name slips me
kind
because
of like
I'm so used to it.
like a store brand?
Yes. But this is the Avispa. It's very thin, very lightweight. It's AUS8 steel, which is really good at retaining an edge. So I carry that around everywhere. But the good part about that is it's only 35, 40 bucks. So it's not like carrying a very expensive knife and now you're cutting carpet or sheetrock with it.
Is it warranted the same way as
They
SEUs?
do have a warranty. It's not the you can cut it in half warranty that SE
Okay.
is normally known to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but yeah, just a couple little things. That's the type of gear reviews we're looking at. It's almost like a pocket dump here I'm doing. But the Leatherman Wave is always with me, and I carry it in a Blackhawk CQC magazine pouch.
Fits it perfect.
You know. Now, if you're doing some Ninja Turtle stuff, it will fall out.
Yeah. So
I don't do Ninja Turtle
no
stuff.
cartwheels with that.
Right. But the good part about it is, it's got a belt clip.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to feed the belt loop through your pants and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
And it also doubles.
Oh.
It holds freedom seeds. So.
Well, isn't that what it's mainly for?
Yes, exactly what it's made for. It is like a 9mm mag pouch. So it just happened to fit the
Well,
Leatherman Wave.
in the prepper mindset, everything has a dual purpose. So, just saying.
So, actually, in the comments right there, let's see here.
We have Atlanta Cool Bud said, and I know who that is. General food prepping and proper water storage, solar battery generator, emergency tools.
Ah, well, I just happen to have something right here.
It just happens to
Happens to
something.
have.
Just so happens. It's
So,
a miracle.
a couple of things that we're looking into. I am starting to switch a lot of things over to a company called Chubby Cables. And these things are.
That's like the one I have in my car.
Yes, these are.
Yeah, I like that.
Very heavy duty. They're rated for 120 watt power transfer. It also will work with data transfer. Some of these USB charging cables, you can't charge your phone and transfer data from phone or computer to tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Chubby Cables, and it is an Amazon thing. They have their own webpage. They have USB A to C, USB C to C, all kind of cool stuff. So, but that is what I go to my Anker power banks. I carry these. I have two of them in the truck at all times. This is a 20,000 milliamp battery pack, and I think I got it at Best Buy. It has one USB-C and one USB-A, and it works very well. It is not a contact charger. It is a cable only. But, between that one and, sorry, I'm digging in my little pouch here. I have another 20,000 milliamp, but this one actually has the two USB-Cs and a USB-A, and they hold a charge for a very long time. I've had this one for about 3 months and have not charged it since.
Really?
Cool
Is that
for-
one of the same ones you gave me?
Yes.
Okay.
So this little handle, wrist lanyard, is a USB-C to C.
Of course it is.
So you always have a cable with it no matter what. So that's some of the stuff that I want to look into. So what we were doing when we was at the hospital with Mom, the hospitals are very stuffy.
Yes.
You stagnant air. You can't breathe. It was rough. So I bought these little.
It's not an environment you're used to being in, like
Right.
at home.
So we bought these little fans off of Amazon. Legit, I think it's like two of them for $12. So we were using those plugged into these battery banks to get air moving on us inside the hospital room, and that was a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
It was needed. So just things like that. Reading the comments.
I am.
So I've got an EcoFlow Delta 2. that is in my camping trailer. I've got 400-watt solar on top of the trailer for that. So just things like that. Reading comments. So
yeah, I know.
it's when you're live, it's kind of hold
I
on,
know.
let me pause and look over here and look at this.
We talk a lot about EDC, perhaps a
We
show
do.
on
Well,
carrying EDC,
Well,
belts, holsters, gear bags, backpacks, pants, and a lot of pockets.
It's a necessary thing. When you're out and about, all you have is what's in your pockets, or your purse, or your fanny pack, or.
Well, and I have those, I guess you call them cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not the most stylish thing in the world, but I'm not a stylish person, so I don't care. And they have pockets galore.
So,
and I should be wearing those instead of carrying that bag. Oh, tell them about that holster we saw. Where were we?
We was at Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. We saw this guy that was wearing this absolutely cool holster. And it's not, how do you describe it? It just goes around and it velcros.
It's similar to a fanny pack, and it's like a pouch instead of a holster. But
Yeah.
it lays flat and holds 2 magazines. So I'm going to have to look that up again and see
I don't even remember what it was
the
called.
name of it was.
It was.
But regardless, it was something very cool, and we'll look into it. That way, if we order one, we look at it and it works pretty well, then
we'll give a review.
We'll do a review on it.
Especially me, because I can't find a holster that fits me very well.
But regardless, well, that's women in holsters are very difficult.
Yeah.
And
especially with women that are shaped like a pear.
So, it is a challenging thing, but to find the right one, then absolutely.
I really liked it. It looked very comfortable.
So for solar, I've got a couple things I want to review. I just got another solar panel. It was an open box special from Amazon, so I'm wanting to do a little more research on that one and get a little more time in the sun with it, if you will. See how well it works. The ones that are on top of my trailer / camper, they're 200-watt bifacial solar panels, so I average about 190 to 235 watts of power intake. So that's just something to think about when you're looking at the solar. When it says it's a 100-watt solar panel, you're not going to get 100 watts. It's usually 60, 80, 90 at best, but you're never going to get what it says. That's just the nature of it. There may be some out there that may do a better job, but the ones I've messed around with, looking at the solar, when it says it's a 100-watt solar panel, and that's EcoFlow, that's Jackery, that's some of the other off brands, 60, 80, 90, but General Food never going to get what it says. That's something to look at, the nature of it. There may be some out there that may do a better job, but the ones I've messed around with quite often. So how long will a jar that's EcoFlow, that's Jackery, that's
well, depending on where you store it. If the rule of thumb is cool, dark, and dry.
General Food never
and also when you're storing your glass jars, you must take off the rings. Because we've talked about this before, but I'll go ahead and say it again, because it's a big if, depending on rare, to have a the rule of thumb is inside that jar, and you still have the ring on it, and also sealed nice and tight. Storing your glass, by the time you go to open that jar up, it's either going to, kind of lava and
Well,
it's a
like
big
volcano
if,
out,
depending
it's very
on,
rare
you know,
to
or
have a box
it's
of
not gonna,
smell
it's not gonna have a bad
inside that
smell or
jar.
anything, you won't
And
know
you
it
still have the ring
until
on it.
you land yourself
And
on it,
also,
it's sealed
when
nice
you're
and tight.
storing your glass
The
bottles,
reason why
you
we say take the rings off is because if it does happen, it's either going to, and you go to open that jar and kind of, well, first of all, it will unseal itself, you know, and, or, you know, it's not gonna seal that you're not gonna have a bad smell or anything, you'll have a mess to clean up and that's it, until you land yourself, you'll know if it goes bad. The reason why we say take the rings off is because if it does happen, it's either going to, and you go to open that jar and they smell bad. Well, first of all, taking the rings off is definitely a good idea because it's not, because if it does go bad, then you'll know it, you'll have a mess to clean up and that's it, until you land yourself, you'll know
Right.
if it goes bad. The
Uh,
reason why we say take
well,
the rings off is
sorry,
if
I'm
it does
answering some other stuff too. So,
that jar and they smell bad. Well, first of all, taking the rings off is definitely a good idea.
so what is the benefits of canning versus?
Oh, you asked me how long. Didn't answer your question. No.
Right.
If it's stored properly, it can last you years.
Well, sorry,
I
I'm
have jars
answering some other
that are
stuff too.
in our pantry
So,
that have been stored properly since 2009. Taking the rings off is definitely a good idea.
so what is the
And I
benefits
have
of canning
problem.
versus?
You asked me how long those up and answer your question, munching down, you know, because
Right.
I know that I did it correctly. It can last you years.
Well,
So
sorry,
I
I'm
have jars,
answering
and
some other
you know,
stuff too.
and don't have a
So,
lot of those
that have been stored
you know,
properly
simply because you know, it is a good idea to rotate
So
your
what is the
stock, and I
benefits
have
of
every
canning
problem.
versus?
You asked me
maybe
how
2
long
years
those
up and answer your question. munching
but
down.
they're actually kind of experiments. I don't plan on opening them.
Well,
So the ones that are
sorry.
that old, I don't plan on, you know, and don't have a lot of those
that have been stored
you know,
properly.
simply because.
So, we're
it
being
is
told
a good idea to
that our
rotate
audio seems to be
stock,
bleeding over
and I have
onto
every
canning. Maybe
problem.
your microphone and my microphone is probably picking up the same voice. So,
I've turned mine up on the computer here. I don't
right.
know if that may have done it. I don't know.
Well, no, and I muted it on my side, so, it may be
Well, I
that,
turned it down, so maybe that'll work.
yes. Um,
Okay.
so we'll,
There's always going to be technical difficulties.
yes. And I'm actually asking people, is that better now? So, since
Okay.
we did a few things. And I have a loud voice too. It's probably
And I
picking up
don't.
from the other side. But yeah, and so we took canning. One of the benefits of canning is that you can do that without power.
You can, and that's the only thing. That's the only type of food prep that you can do without power. I mean, I've seen it done. I don't know how it's done, but I've seen it kind of on videos. But you know, you can dehydrate, you know, in the sun. You know, but I don't know how to do that, so I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that canning is definitely the best way to preserve your food. Dehydrating is the cheapest way, because you can get a dehydrator for $40 at Walmart. You know, so but the problem with dehydrating is it takes most of the nutrition out, almost half of the nutrition
There
out
we
of the
go.
food. So
That fixed the echo and
oh, I turned. Okay, it was my bad. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
yep.
So yeah,
Um,
and obviously freeze drying is the most expensive way to preserve, you know, because those machines are kind of up there. But with freeze drying, you know, you can just you can add water provided that you do have the water, and have a way to clean water to rehydrate the food.
So what is the benefits of the canning as in how you can, and I'm going to ask you this so I can fix something on my side.
Mm-hmm.
What are the ways you can can? You know, because you can do it in the garage on a burner with a
Oh,
propane
well,
and no power.
yeah, you can do it on a gas stove. You can do it on a propane burner. Don't recommend doing it on a glass top. Although nowadays they say that it's safe to do so, but I still don't trust it. So if you have a newer glass top and you want to try it, that's on you. Let me know if it works, but you know, I wouldn't recommend it. You can do it on a gas stove. You can do it on a propane burner.
Okay.
But
So
the benefits of canning, is that what you want to know?
yes.
Well, the benefits of canning is that if, you know, the lights go out for, you know, for however long, it doesn't matter. But, you know, and you don't have a way to heat up the food, that's perfectly fine because, I mean, yes, food is better warm, but you can eat it right out of the jar, you know, so you'll still have food. You're intently working over there.
I am. So between canning and dehydrating, besides the dehydrator being expensive,
The freeze dryer, you mean?
freeze
The
dryer.
dehydrator is not.
The freeze dryer. Besides the freeze dryer being expensive, what's the benefit of freeze dried food versus canned food?
It's very lightweight. Doing it the correct way, it's a guaranteed it's going to last you 25 years. And all you need is a little water to rehydrate it. And you can freeze dry just about anything as long as it's not oily, fatty. You know, can't do things like butter, which I was disappointed because I wanted to put some butter away. But you can butter, you know, and that turns out marvelous. It's like got 10 times the butter flavor. It's so good. As long as it's not oily, fatty. Dave?
So along with the
You
canning,
get easily distracted over there.
no, I'm fixing a issue. Along with so we talked about canning, how well that is, and the benefits of canning is actually because when the power does go out, you can do this by propane on a single propane burner out in your garage. Of course, your garage is pretty well vented because the garage doors never really truly seal.
Yeah.
But you still have to monitor that. I say that for safety reasons. But
Make sure you don't have a big draft. You know, don't do that on a windy day.
so
Now
but
I've never tried it over an open fire. Doing canning.
yeah, well, the thing
Because
is
you can't really regulate the heat that well.
no, and I would tell you from trying to cook steaks over a fire in the middle of the woods, you know, to where you don't have the fire too high. You're having to transfer coals from one location to another so you can keep it as a constant temperature and not have flame, you're having heat. That would be a very daunting task to keep the temperature regulated. Um, for the canner to keep going, you know. So, and yes, you are correct. No PTT, and no timeout timer.
I was
So,
wondering what that.
yes. Um,
Yeah,
but-
that's true. I feel weird not saying we need a break.
right. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. You know, Jiffy Pop is one of the perfect things because you can burn popcorn, and I will tell you, you need to be outside and run away from it when you burn popcorn. That is horrific smell.
I don't like popcorn anyway, so I don't have to worry about it.
But yeah, so you know, we talked about canning, and like I said, that I seriously think even if you're not into canning, but you say, hey, I've got a freezer full of food, you need to know how to can. And you also,
well, I mean, it's food insurance. It's
well, it is,
you know.
but you also need to remember that. So when the power goes out, you need to preserve what's in your freezer.
Yeah, you're gonna need to
You know.
do that. Otherwise, you know, you can have a neighborhood cookout if the lights go out, you know, but that's depending on how much people have in their freezers, you know, a lot of that will most likely go to waste,
It will.
you know.
You know, because how much food can you actually eat in a couple weeks?
Do that otherwise.
Not much. You know, and I'm saying that not much as in because you're gonna have, you know,
That's depending on how much
a massive chest freezer of food.
you know.
Well, I'm not gonna sit there and eat 4 pork ones.
Yeah.
You know, and I would hate to know that the food that I bought now that it's gone bad and I have to throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Now you can extend the life of your food in the freezer. What are you supposed to do there, Dave?
well in our chest freezer, and we learned this the hard way. We actually
Oh yeah.
was out of town. Well, first time it was we were dog sitting a neighbor's dog, and the dog stepped on the power strip and turned power off to the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a bad thing.
I
Didn't
don't
realize
dog
that
sit
until later
anymore.
on. The other time we had, well, once that happened, I said, okay, I'm going to put milk jugs in the bottom of the freezer, you know, leave them a quarter down so ice expands so it won't bust them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I laid cardboard on top of the milk jugs, and then we put our food on top of that. The concept is I've got probably 15 milk jugs of water frozen solid in there that's going to keep that freezer colder longer to where when the power does go out, I'm going to have extra days.
Yeah, you lose freezer space doing that, but
But
you know.
I guarantee that now I have extra time.
Mm-hmm.
And with the ice being at the bottom, that's going to be the last to fall. So you can, it will actually fall in layers from the top of the freezer going down. Now, if the power does go out, you do have to understand that you have a drain plug on that freezer that once this thing happens, it's going to start filling up with water once that ice starts to melt. A lot of people don't check that freezer plug, that drain plug, because you hardly ever de-ice your freezer.
Not especially not the big chest freezers.
Right. You know, so once it starts thawing, you may have to watch and see and make sure there's no water pouring out of your freezer. You may have to manage that. All of a sudden your basement's flooded or your garage is flooded, you know. But that will allow your food to thaw in layers. And then you can pick off the top of what's thawed out and lay out what you can and let it thaw out naturally.
Well, Fort Wayne family says a full freezer will stay cold longer than a half full freezer.
Absolutely. Your fridge is the same way. A fridge sitting there with 6-pack of sodas works harder to stay colder because the products inside the refrigerator being cold helps that refrigerator or freezer stay cold. It doesn't work as hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. The cold contents inside it keep it from having to work as
You
hard.
can't talk too much science to me, Dave. I don't understand.
Well, that's the reason why a lot of people have these extra refrigerators in their garages and things like that. And they only keep a 12-pack of beer in it. And, you know, well, that thing's running more than one in the living room, the kitchen. So that's why.
I see. Okay.
So that's the benefit of canning is you're able to preserve your food longer than what you would have even generator fuel for.
Now, the jars are not. They don't travel well. You know, we do know that. We had to take a lot of precaution when we moved from our old house to here, because we had, how many jars did we have, Dave?
An undisclosed number of truckloads.
Yeah, so we had to really be careful at, you know, making sure that they didn't break, and we were taking it, so we were taking instead of packing up the kitchen towels and the bath towels and the wash rags and all that stuff, we would slide them in between all of those jars. So that's how we packed those up. It's kind of 2 for 1. But they don't travel well, but you know, And you do have to keep them, you know, like I said, you have to store them properly so that the product doesn't go bad.
Well, with moving, it allowed for us to go through every single piece of food we have in the
Mhm.
house. I mean, we was able to lay hands on every jar, every can,
Hmm.
everything. You
Yeah,
know,
and,
so
and we'd gone through it before we even thought about moving, you know, and we found a couple that had kind of bowed up a little bit on the top of the jar. So we've only had to throw away maybe I can count on one hand,
oh, a handful,
you know,
absolutely.
but we didn't lose one jar during the move.
You know, and the thing is we've actually taken the jar food we've had for 2012
Hmm.
and opened them up and ate them, and they taste good.
Hmm.
You can taste that some of the flavor is not as bold, but it's
Yeah,
still there.
you,
Like the
over time you will lose some flavor and a little bit of color, but you know the nutrition is still there.
like the carrots. They didn't pop the way they would normally would. You know, um, but it's still there. And the good part about the jarred food is a lot of that has.
Over time, you will lose some flavor. Oh, he's asking, could moving them have compromised the seal?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't do it right, then yes. But like I said,
We treated
had
them
them.
like eggs.
We treated them like they were raw eggs.
Yeah.
Yes, we wrapped them up like they were our babies. You know, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, you do have to take extra precaution when you're moving those jars. Also, storing the jars. Where should you store them? I said earlier, cool, dark, and dry. But let's say you don't have any more room in your basement. Let's say you're storing them in your basement. You know, you have to get creative. Uh, like the flats of jars, we always kept the boxes because you can stack one flat on top of another, so you've got two high, and those slide right underneath the bed. You know, so that's what we did with some of ours. We also had buckets and stuff like that under there with the dehydrated stuff. And what are you looking up?
No, one of our members here, one of our guests here
Mm-hmm.
was talking about took freeze-dried foods to the Georgia Bushcraft, this past weekend, and I was
Okay.
going to put in here that we love
Worked out
making our own
perfectly.
meals.
Boil some water and you've got a hot meal. That's correct.
Um, no, one of our members here. You can control the ingredients.
That is true.
And that's the main
is true.
thing of what is in this food.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because like with the salt, I mean, now don't get me wrong. I know I've been harping on salt a lot, but if you have the right salt, which is the mineral salt, you can, you use what you normally would with it. When I say mineral salt, I'm talking about like Himalayan pink salt, Celtic gray, stuff like that. They don't have all the minerals stripped out of them. Just use what you normally would, and you could actually use a little bit more, which is what I do, because that's your electrolytes.
Yes.
Use what you normally would with it.
Um,
When I say mineral salt, I'm talking
so,
about
but yeah,
Celtic gray, stuff like that. They don't have all the minerals stripped out of them. You keep pausing.
I am. I'm having some technical
What are
difficulties
you
over.
doing over there?
Looking around at a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Focus, stay focused.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to whenever you get into canning. You can make meals in a jar. We've done like roast, and we put some carrots, potatoes, and celery and onions in there, and when and I know that if you're just canning carrots or or whatever vegetable, potato or whatever, they each have their own canning time. But if it's paired with meat, you always go with the timing for the meat. So the vegetables are going to be a little softer. It's not that they're mush; they don't turn out mushy. They will be a little softer. But you do have to go with the canning time of the meat in order to have it so that there is no contaminant, botulism or whatever.
Right. Well, so we've talked about the canning, the freeze drying.
Yeah, we're doing this scriptless. We have no idea what we're going to talk about next, so.
So what is now dehydrating? What does dehydrating do differently than a freeze dryer?
Well, the dehydrator, basically in a nutshell, it just takes out all the moisture. But like I said before, along with that moisture, it also takes out about 30% of the nutritional value out of it. And it takes a lot longer to rehydrate anything that's dehydrated. With freeze drying, it only takes out. It's a scientific type of thing. It's sublimation, but the food keeps its shape, and for the most part, it keeps its color. It doesn't shrink, and it retains 98% of the nutritional value.
Well, and also too, you have to remember that if you are doing dehydrated goods versus freeze dried, even freeze dried sometimes, that items are very sharp. So if you're going to put
not with freeze dried.
No, but not with the freeze dried. I mean, like I said, less likely to. But the dehydrator, yes.
Yeah, things
we've
get
done
sharp.
Potatoes and some onions and things like that.
I mean, and I think one time you stepped on one. It was like stepping on a Lego.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah, it was very bad. But yeah, the potatoes are very sharp. They'll poke holes in the Mylar bags.
Yeah.
So yeah, be aware of that. But that's another reason why you need to go with a 6 mil or 7 mil Mylar bags. That way they're more heavy duty.
I like the ones that have the bottom that what do you call
bellowed
it? The
bottom.
bellowed bottom, and you can stand them up and just fill them up.
That and the Ziploc feature up top.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're pouring your boiling water inside, you can seal that bag back up, and it will constitute the items a lot better being sealed. It's just like a mountain house.
Oh yeah.
Which, in all honesty, we've said that a lot of these backpacking foods is high in sodium, and they have preservatives, and they have other things in them, but they do have their place.
They do. Kind of like the MREs have their place too.
Yes. If you don't have the ability to have your own freeze dryer, to make your own, there's not a problem with buying the Backpacker Pantry, Mountain House. There's quite a few others out there. That's just kind of the mainstream items, name brands that I know.
The main one is Mountain House. That's what
but
everybody refers to.
They're all basically the same.
They are.
And they do. They're about what I would say the quality of like a Chef Boyardee canned good.
Yeah. They're okay.
They're okay.
But nothing beats home.
But they serve a purpose.
They do.
So you can't put jarred goods in your vehicle for long-term storage. The dehydrated goods.
Because the jars, they can't handle the temperature fluctuations. Hot, cold, they can't handle it. I learned that the hard way a long time ago.
You can't, the dehydrated goods are okay for shorter term, if you will. But the freeze dried goods, I've got some of those meals that I've had in my truck for 2 years.
Mhm.
You know, I inspect them regularly, make sure no holes get poked in them, no moisture got into them.
Mhm.
And I actually do rotate a few of them out, but I've got 2 of them in there that I'm keeping as an experiment to see how long they'll last in my truck.
Mhm.
And I will try them out at home in case there's something wrong with them.
We don't need another hospital visit, Dave.
Not on the road.
Yeah, don't do that.
But that's the ones that are, in my opinion, vehicle stable. You know, for like the whole snowpocalypse thing, you can have a few of those meals in your vehicle. And to be quite honest, it is not as enjoyable, but you can eat them dry.
What store brand tastes best? That's from Fort Wayne family.
So Mountain House is a been there, done that type of name brand. They are pretty good. I actually Peak Meals is a good one. They're very good. Backpackers Pantry is a good one. And then the mountain houses are just everywhere. You go to REI. Peak has actually been my favorite recently. Peak chili is very good. Their macaroni and cheese is actually like a 3-cheese macaroni, which is
Yeah,
really good.
sure.
Hey, it said it on the package. And then the flavor is always beef stew is a good one.
Yeah, it was kind
You
of
know,
my favorite.
Chicken and dumplings has been one of our um, staples. You know,
Uh, he says I like Peak more than
Yeah.
Mountain House, but Mountain House is widely available and decent when you need something last minute.
it is, and you know, Mountain House is it's the name. You know,
Yeah.
everyone associates backpacking food with Mountain House.
Mhm.
You know, and they've been doing it for many years.
Mhm.
But yeah, Peak is actually really good. And occasionally certain academies will carry Peak. REI does.
Mhm.
Some of your other higher end camping stores would have Peak, but it's not a widely
Mhm.
shelved item.
Yeah. Well, there's one called Patriots something.
For Patriots.
Four Patriots. That's it. Yeah, I haven't tried those.
So they do all things prepping. They sell battery packs, they sell flashlights, they sell food in buckets, they sell everything. They're like
And that's like the number 4, not.
the Walmart of prepping stores.
It's like the number 4 in their name, right?
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
You can look them up.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find
So
their website here.
For Patriots, it's forpatriots.com.
Did you
Number
just-
4.
Did you just look that up?
Yep.
It's on my search thing here. Okay.
Forpatriots.com. They've got solar generators, solar panels, and all of that. I believe they actually have like a subscription thing too. Now, I don't know. I've not bought from these people before. I know some others that have. Some of the stuff is repackaged. You know that they're not making this stuff themselves.
Mhm.
You know, but they're everywhere. They're on CNN, USA Today, Sportsman Channel, Fox News, ABC.
Yeah,
They
here's
have
their
their advertisement is
I'm gonna cover us up here.
extremely well. You know, but they have a lot of stuff. So check them out. They're really
Yeah, they,
extensive.
let's see, where is their, well, their phone number's right up here.
We just go to their webpage.
Yeah,
For Patriots.
For Patriots, that's the number 4, patriots.com. And yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty extensive.
So, but just think about it. You know, like we was talking about solar, your generators. You need to make sure you're keeping that up to date, because you know just before the net started, like 10 minutes before our broadcast started, the light started
What did
flickering
I
here
just
with the high
remove?
winds. You know,
I just removed you, Dave. I'm so sorry. Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh my God. Lord help me.
That's all right.
Okay, there you are again.
Hey, my camera light's back on. So,
There you are.
but yeah, you know, everybody that's joined us, so I'm glad y'all are with us.
Yeah,
You know, it's
this has been a really fun show.
well, it's gonna get bigger.
And
It's gonna get much better. I'll have all my
I
ducks in
just
a row.
shut down my YouTube channel.
What?
I'm not used to doing all this, so
Um,
I'm good. I'm okay.
we'll have some of this techie stuff done beforehand. You know,
I got a lot to learn.
well,
Ugh.
it's fine. We'll get that figured out. But
Okay, there. Because I wanted to keep it up so I could see them. I'm okay. Oh,
there we go.
check you. We don't do check-ins anymore, Todd. But we're welcome.
Well, and that's the thing. It's a different setting, and we're instilled in certain verbiage. You know, I said that a while ago, and it's a broadcast,
Yeah.
not a net. And it's going to take a little time to wrap
I
our
know.
heads around this a little bit.
It's
I'm still
there's
looking
no there's no log. There's no what was that to watch the whatever.
yeah.
There's just so many things missing. It's like I feel
I'm
naked.
actually looking for the PTT pedals.
I know.
And
We
I'm
haven't
thinking,
had to break not once. That feels weird.
and I'm thinking we're going to time out. So.
I know.
But no, thank you everyone that's joined us. You know, because it's been awesome.
Yeah. It's different. It's different, but I'm liking this. That feels weird.
And I'm thinking we're going to time out. So.
I know.
But no, thank you everyone
What you looking up,
that's
Dave?
joined us. You know, because it's been
Thank you, Ronnie.
awesome.
It's different. It's different, but we're trying. We're trying. He's
Okay.
getting distracted over here.
No, getting messages and checking on the quality of certain things. So.
Okay. Well, once we get going with this, the more we do this, you know, we'll get more professional, I guess. But it is what it is. But it'll get there.
Oh yeah. Well, there's thousands of people on YouTube doing this stuff that.
I know, and you know, I want to be them when I grow up.
Well, you know, and they all had growing pains here and trying to figure things out, and that's where we're at right now. I'm sitting here with you know, a couple monitors and a mouse, and that's pretty much it for tech. And but we've got some cool things coming up. Like I said, you know, with some guest speakers and things like that. It's gonna be great. Where we can start talking to the people that are in the chats and going from there. So practice makes perfection. That is right. You know.
That's very true. We need some practice with this, but you know, like I said.
Well, it's also live.
And it's yeah. So
This
we'll
is if this
get
was a
there.
pre-recorded podcast, we would have redone this a couple times. You know, but this is why we like it. We like it raw like this, so you're getting all of us and
Yeah.
not some pre-recorded situation.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, this is very different. I mean, we were doing live, but there's no headset. I don't have a microphone in front of me, and we don't have a
That's
script.
exactly muscle memory.
It's like
You've been doing it for
I
so
know, I know, I know. It's feel naked.
long. So,
I'm sorry for the visual there, guys.
but no, we do, and we look forward to many more conversations, and that way we can
I know it's.
experience some new things along with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, well, I think that's gonna conclude the net for tonight. The
It's
net.
not
I
a-
did it again. Our show.
It's the Rabbit Hole Show.
So,
This concludes the Rabbit Hole Show.
there you go. I'm glad you said it because I would have definitely messed it up.
Well, I keep thinking about it over and over. It's not an Etsy.
It says it right there on YouTube, Dave.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that little bell button, thumbs
Hit
up.
like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate that.
Yep, that will
It'll
let
get
you know.
it'll get more professional looking as we go along.
Yeah,
So,
but nothing's gonna help this face. So, no matter what we do here, I don't know if there's
I mean,
a filter for that.
maybe I'll wear makeup. I don't know. It'll get more
I'll change hats.
We'll see. I need a new one.
All right. We'll go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for joining
Thank
us.
you guys. Thank you for the comments. That was fun, and we hope that you'll join us next time, which will be 2 weeks from now. I believe that's going to be on the 23rd. It's kind of close to Thanksgiving, but I mean, y'all should be able to make it. Thank you guys. So yeah. That was fun.
So, all right. Y'all have a good night. Stay warm. We got a cold blast coming for the next 2 days. It's going to be kind of weird and 70 by Friday.
I know.
so,
Plants are going to be so confused.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, guys. Well, good night. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.